It's time for the Humor Highwire.
Howdy ho. Hey there. Hi there. Welcome. You're as welcome as could be. MICKEY MOUSE.
No.
Welcome to the Humor Highwire.
Not
just got copyrighted.
Yeah.
By Disney. You chose the worst company to do that to.
Yeah. It's going to be a bad time for all of us now.
Yeah, well, they're not listening to this podcast. There's no way. We'll be fine.
I found a really good... Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Gentle listeners, he found a really good okay.
I found a really good okay, guys.
Oh, well, that's better than a really average okay, so... At least I hope.
Have you guys heard of,
so we're the Humor
Nasty?
Highwire. I'm AedanGraef, also Justin, joined by TheClown, aka Matt, and IanCK, aka Ian. We are here to bring you some hypothetical would you rather questions and also a draft. So let's just get in hot and heavy with the would you rathers.
Would you rather?
Opening up, we got to come in swinging here, so I've got our first prompt for us, and my invigorating question is, would you rather see all people as Muppets or have all people see you as a Muppet?
See all people as Muppets or have everyone see you as a Muppet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So here's a follow-up question for specificity. What kind of Muppet are you? Are you the kind of Muppet where you only have an upper body? Or is it the kind of Muppet where you get legs too?
I don't think it. I think that
it's whatever Muppet, you know? You could be anything.
You could. I think it's a roll of the dice. You know, it depends how you're born.
Yeah. One person could see you one way, and then another could see you a different way.
Well, I think it's just like, you know, it's like when the doctor's pulling you out, it's like, you know,
I'm just like, factory. I'm hung up here because, like, my brain is very interesting. It works in mysterious ways. I went straight to intimacy and just thinking, like, you're either violating a Muppet or there's someone violating a Muppet and you are that Muppet.
Here's another follow-up question. As a Muppet, would you have to worry about any normal human bodily functions? Like,
absolutely, all of them.
You have to eat, breathe, and drink as a Muppet?
You do. And all of those things get all over your little, like, Muppet coating.
Oh, I hate that.
Skip.
Nope,
next one.
You can't skip it. You
skip.
have to answer.
That's
and if you don't engage with those things, then everybody else on the planet does.
No, wait a minute. Here's the thing.
Skip.
Wait a second. No. Hold on. There's some nuance to this because the question specifically says, see all people as Muppets or have all people see you as a Muppet.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
You're not necessarily actually a Muppet, or they're not necessarily actually Muppets.
I think we need to change the prompt.
You just have a brain
either everyone
problem
else is a Muppet or you're a Muppet.
No, I like it as C because you're the only person who's aware of the truth.
How about it's the opposite? Everyone's Muppets, and either you see everyone as people, or everyone sees you as a person.
No, then it's like a weird like God thing in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
What?
Because so here's something that I'm thinking
if you're the
about.
person, like you know how the people are in those Muppet videos.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Like everybody, all the Muppets love the person.
no, they
They
don't.
always love them.
I mean, most of the time.
Maybe.
So here's the thing, too. If you choose to have all people be Muppets, like you see all people as Muppets, you're always and forever, unless you're extremely short, going to be looking down at people. And that.
What if they're tall Muppets?
See, that was my question. Like the Eagle Muppet dude, he's pretty big, right?
Yeah.
But like Kermit's like 3 feet tall or whatever, if that.
Yeah.
So,
but does
like,
Big Bird count? Is Big Bird a Muppet?
Big Bird's not a
Was
Muppet.
Wait, but wasn't Sesame Street Jim Henson?
Yeah, but they're not Muppets.
I mean,
There's a pretty clear delineation between Sesame Street
But
characters
the
and
Muppets-
Muppets.
I mean, Big Bird's
The
a
Muppets
furry.
did
My
have
bad.
that big monster dude. You know who I'm talking about?
the
Really
monster.
furry one, like the gangly, long hair fur guy.
Yeah, monster. Oh no,
Yeah,
Is
no,
his name
not
Monster?
monster. He
Are you-
was tall, like
You
real
talking about
tall,
the
like
ones
Big
from
Bird height.
Crabble Rock?
No. He's in like
Oh,
all
I
the
don't know.
Muppet movies, and he's like Big Bird height. He's
What are you
usually an
talking
op. He's usually a bad guy Muppet.
What?
I don't know. I don't
The
know
Swedish
enough
Chef?
Muppet lore.
No,
Sweet-
how do you not
Whoa.
know this guy?
I'd never heard of this.
I think we're getting, what is it, Mandela affected? This,
I like
this-
the
this Muppet never
Mandela
existed.
effect.
No, I found a picture of him. I literally Googled tall bad guy Muppet, and he was the first thing that came up.
Justin's
Alright,
very upset.
Visual listeners.
Visual.
Sorry, I just
Just
wanted to
Google
throw
the
that in
tall
there.
bad guy Muppet. You'll find him right
I'm
away.
not looking at it. I'm not looking it up.
I'm putting
just
it
gonna
right. I'm
choose to
putting
believe
it
that's
right
not
on
real.
our Discord, and you're going to see it.
I'm
And
not gonna
everybody
look.
else is gonna. Our listeners are going to Google this.
I'm
right
going to
now.
pollute my algorithm for Google or whatever.
There it is. There it
And-
is.
Google has an algorithm.
It's in the
yeah,
business
it's
channel
everything.
of all things.
That
In
guy's
the business-
not. That is not.
Oh. He's not really a bad guy. He's just.
And he's in nothing. What are you
What do you
talking
mean he's
about?
in
This
every
guy's
movie?
in like zero
He's
fucking
in every
things.
movie. He's
This
in every
is not
movie.
a real guy.
Well, I
He's
mean,
real.
honestly, in every
Audio listeners
single,
love you to death. Look up furry big bad guy Muppet,
His
and
name
then
is
you'll
Sweetums.
see. His name's
His
what?
name is Sweetums.
Sweetums.
Yeah, Sweetums.
Yeah.
That guy does not
Sweetums.
play a bad guy. You can't play
SWEETUMS.
bad guy with the name Sweetums.
He is.
Yeah.
He's always the bad. He's always the op.
I don't think so. I think he's a very nice guy.
It feels like
So we can
these
move on
pictures that
now.
I'm seeing mainly come from like all the same piece of fiction, but I could be wrong. Anyway,
was
there's an
in-
even bigger Muppet than that. Anywho, okay.
We're moving on from
No,
this
no, no,
stupid
we didn't get
Muppet.
answers.
No,
We didn't
okay,
get
not
answers.
Skip.
No, okay.
pass.
So if I had to either see all people as Muppets or have all people see me as a Muppet, honestly, I think. Now, hold on. One last question. Are there's a lot of nuance to this. Are leave me alone. Are all God damn-
Anytime there's a would you rather, there's a lot of nuance to this, guys. Let's go on another tangent real quick.
No, just hold on.
How dare you talk on the podcast?
do like the original Muppets, like Kermit and Miss Piggy and all the movies and stuff and shows and whatever. Does that all still exist?
If we
Yeah, absolutely.
answered, all right. If we
Okay.
no,
Okay.
my question to you: if we answered that or didn't answer that, would that have changed your? Would that have changed what
Yeah,
you were
it
going to
might
pick?
have. Yeah, it would have. Because here's the thing. I'm going to choose have all people see me as a Muppet because
Yeah, that's the
there's
obvious
already-
choice.
it's not an obvious choice.
It's
honestly.
the obvious
No,
choice.
because here's the thing. I'm choosing that because people already have a frame of reference for like what the Muppet deal is. If there was no frame of reference for a Muppet and everybody sees me as a walking, talking, like fucking felt puppet, I'm gonna get immediately
That's
like
awesome.
eviscerated, picked up by the government, and sliced apart. That's not happening. Okay,
You won't get
it's like
sliced apart. That's illegal to do to people.
I'm a Muppet,
Well, no, they see you as a Muppet.
which means I'm a Muppet.
No, because the moment they touch you, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're not a Muppet."
Yeah, how would that work? Anyway, I'm not gonna.
So I'm actually picking that I'll see everybody else as a Muppet.
Why is that?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because I'm not a Muppet.
Okay,
the
but
self-
now
gonna-
you're gonna wish you were because you're living in a Muppet world.
No, it's okay. They're funny guys.
Do you know the Muppet Man?
Yeah, I know all of them. Everybody's a Muppet Man.
Hey, there's Muppet women.
And women. You're
And
right.
there's gender fluid Muppets too.
There are. Well, not a court. Well, we can't get
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, we're moving on from this stupid question.
Okay, so do you have one? Okay, go for it.
I do have one.
Okay, I'll wait for mine.
I want you to understand. I found this. Someone asked this. Okay.
I'm sure there's a lot of nuance to it.
Oh yeah, sure. All right. Would you rather be a bird that can fly or swim anywhere, or a fish that can swim?
What?
Someone asked this.
A bird who can fly or swim anywhere, or a fish that can swim.
Hold on. Let's unpack this one.
No, there's no nuance to this. It's just a stupid question.
No.
there's
There's nuance. There's
Yeah.
nuance. There's
Explain
nuance.
the nuance to me.
In one iteration,
Birds have hollow bones.
yeah, you got hollow bones
Mm-hmm.
and potentially a shorter lifespan. It depends what kind of bird you are and what kind of fish you are.
True.
Some fish have long lifespans.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the megalodon. It's still out there, guys.
Well,
You just got to go grab it. You just got to go take it.
allegedly, it's still out there.
It's still out there.
All right.
Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, so nobody answered yet.
So here's the thing: if you nobody answered that because it's so dumb of a question.
No, it's a
Okay.
good one.
So here's the thing: if you're purely looking at just the question and all other aspects are equal, like lifespan, what part of the food chain you're on, all that kind of stuff.
But it's
The
not.
No,
it's not.
just the clear answer here is to be the bird, because here's the thing: a shark is a fish, but so is a guppy or a goldfish, and like.
But a dolphin's not a fish.
A thrush is a bird, but so is a falcon or whatever. So, like, you can cherry pick the type of fish or bird you are, but that's not the question. Would you rather be a bird or a fish? And
Well, do lobsters count?
No.
they're crustaceans,
No,
they're
you
not
can't
fish.
be a lobster. That wasn't part of the question. Do you want to be a
Dang it.
bird that can fly or
I choose
swim
bird.
anywhere?
I choose bird.
Or a
It's the
fish
clear
that
answer.
can swim?
No, it's bird. I choose
no,
that
I'm
answer.
having
It's
a
the
hard
clear
time.
answer.
I'm
This is
having
a
a
tough
hard
one.
time.
This is a tough one. I think there's too much nuance to this one to answer.
Yeah, there's a lot of gray area here.
I choose the entire light spectrum of green.
It's funny because the image I'm looking at is made of green.
It's mine.
Yeah. So you get that. You get to own that question now.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
The answer is bird.
Well, who knows though? 'Cause
What are you guys picking?
I think I'm gonna have to go with bird.
Yeah, I
Right.
guess I'll go with bird on this one.
Was anybody
It was a
actually
tough sell.
considering fish?
It depends on several factors.
Okay, what are those factors? No. You guys humored me. I'll humor this as long as you actually mean it.
It depends on longevity, position
Huh?
on the food chain.
Yeah.
It depends on where globally we are. Because
Okay.
if we're in like equator zone, I may prefer to just be swimming. To be honest with you, I'm not sure I want to fly around.
Here, listen to the question again. Would you rather be a bird that can fly or swim anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
or a fish that can swim?
Yeah, but like if you're at the equator,
You could be a bird that can fly or swim anywhere, so you could just
yeah,
swim.
but you're not really going to be like wanting to fly around because it's hot. You know what I mean?
So
then
you
it's like
swim.
equal.
I don't mean
You
to.
can swim.
But here's the thing. I don't mean to like. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If you're at the equator,
'cause
you
it's
can
like-
fly
it's
or you can
almost
swim.
equal. It's
Hold
like
on, hold on.
almost equal there,
like-
you know?
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
except you can leave.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? I don't want to belittle what your deciding factors are, but like all other things being equal, the clear answer is the bird.
If all other things weren't equal, there's a lot of nuance.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's a
What did you say? Break that down for us, please, bit by bit. That whole sentence.
What do you mean?
it's a binary question. So the
If this
implication
question were
is that
not
all other
binary,
things are equal, but there is. So there. All right, here's mine. I feel like this one has some nuance to it, but
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. I was just thinking we
Yeah.
need more nuance.
I love hate you
I
guys.
don't know if it's going to be as nuanced as the last question. There's a lot of gray area there.
Would you rather always have your food be a little too spicy or a little too sweet?
A little too
A
spicy.
little too spicy.
Lock in.
Why would that be a question? There's no nuance.
There's no nuance to that.
There's no
Absolutely
nuance.
none. Always a little too spicy.
Ice cream.
Yeah. I
That's
want that.
You'd
to
rather
be
your
spicy.
ice cream be spicy?
Dude, I live on
Yeah.
spice. I can't taste anything if it wasn't for spice.
Yeah, I love spicy food. I would choose it 9 times out of 10.
I don't
I
even
skip
love it. I
dessert.
need it.
Most of the time, I'll eat the
I
spicy
literally
stuff.
can't taste anything else.
Wow. I proposed this question to the wrong people. I thought there would be a little bit more debate about this. I guess I'll have to come back stronger the next time.
We should
'cause
go
I
back
choose,
to the bird question.
I choose spicy too. All right, next on the docket for you fine listeners.
Wait, you didn't even explain.
Explain what? What am I explaining?
Why did you choose
would,
spicy?
Why would I choose spicy?
Yeah.
Because I've had sweet things that are also somehow spicy, and I was okay with it. I've also had things that were supposed to be spicy that somehow ended up sweet, and I hated it. So I choose a little too spicy. Because
Wait,
a
and
little
hold
is
on.
just a little.
Wait.
And when things are too sweet, it like sucks. But when things are a little too spicy, it's like, ooh, that's like a little zingy. I got a little tear going on, but I'm kind of into it.
Yeah, but to all the people that can't have spice, like, think about it. Think about how crappy an option that is.
Yeah,
Well, that's them.
exactly.
They're not me.
Yeah,
It's
so
what
yeah.
you rather.
Like, they get a little bit of spice. They're like, oh, I better cool it down with some milk or, like,
well, you also have to think about
non-fat creamer or something.
Well, you also
no,
have to
need
think
the
about
fat.
people with gastrointestinal issues. Like, I came up with this question
Well,
with.
they're not having ice cream.
Yeah,
I came up
that's
with this.
true.
Well, lactose intolerance is different than gastro issues. Okay,
Oh, wow.
I came up with this question with my significant other in mind because they have they have GERD, so too spicy of food makes their life awful. So they might opt for the other option. Like
Yeah.
I said, I chose the wrong people to ask this question to.
All right, listeners, let us know. Let us know. Email us or comment or send us a mail.
Send us
Yeah.
a mail.
Send us a mail.
A
Email us at
singular mail.
AOL.com.
That's
Follow
emails
us on
and
Red
show
Note.
notes.
On Red Note? Nobody
Okay.
uses that.
The Chinese do.
Yeah, because they have to.
I mean, anyway, okay. So our second segment of this episode is a draft. Do.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to draft.
The topic.
Yeah.
The topic. So excited. The topic of this draft is clothing articles, and I feel like I'm being attacked a little bit because in parentheses next to clothing articles it says specific.
Who's going first?
I'll take the silence as a yes.
Who's going first?
Okay, gentle listeners, I have an announcement, a little peek behind the curtain. We have some documentation that we reference when we're doing the show, so we know
Don't
what.
tell them that. That's
we're
a
doing.
trade secret.
Yeah, because we just go off the rip here. All right,
Yeah,
chill.
every time.
In parentheses, it says the word specific, like I said before. And literally 3 seconds after I said that, my name popped up in all caps right next to it. I've been attacked.
Visual watchers love you to death. There's no video.
Oh, we have to figure out who's going first.
I did say that.
Yeah.
You
did you?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention because I was
tried
typing
to-
Ian's name in the doc.
Yeah, the clown tried to move the show along for like the first time in maybe ever. So good for you.
I just want to
10
move
episodes.
further away from that first would you rather question. The further away I
Muppet
get, the
one?
better.
Now, if we go and revisit that,
We don't need to. All right. First article of clothing, guys.
is my face entirely unhinged like it doesn't? Or is it like Kermit style where it's just kind of like a hand in a mouth?
What? Wait, where was I? Because I have no idea what you were saying, and then you said Kermit, hand, mouth, and
You
that's what
blacked
I
out.
came back to.
We went back to Muppets and you blacked out. It's okay.
What the hell?
My mission was accomplished.
Ugh.
All right. Who's going first?
This is very organized. Okay, picker wheel it is.
I was like, I thought we'd have the picker wheel up by now. Like, I was setting it up for the first person is duh, but I guess we didn't get that far.
It's okay. I changed the draft topic.
Listeners, it has now changed to specific Muppets. I'm gonna fail at this.
We're
I don't
drafting
know enough.
Muppets.
I don't know
No,
Since
we're
when?
not drafting Muppets.
What do you mean?
since 3 seconds ago.
Matt, you're going first. We're drafting clothing.
You said specific? Okay. I'm gonna take Jordan sneakers, I guess.
Jordans. Okay.
Sure.
Do we have to be that specific?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can
You do
be.
now.
That makes sense. Like Jordans are a very specific kind of sneaker. So like
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
would say it probably would have been okay for you to just say sneakers.
No,
You wanna
I
just
didn't
take
want all of
sneakers.
sneakers.
Okay. All right, you got it.
I didn't want to pull an E in there.
Hey, you know what? At least I'm not going to go along and just say shoes.
Well, you can't. That's why
Yeah,
it
you're
says
right.
specific.
Oh,
It
we got to
does.
figure out who's
For
going
you.
second. Got to figure out who's going second.
So, but here's the thing. I need to see where the line is, so I'm going to start vague and then just keep going down until you guys go, yeah, that's okay.
You're just not allowed to have anything. That's
You're
what
just
it
going to
is.
test boundaries. I'm going second.
Yeah, I need to know where we stand. Like, where's the line?
Okay.
Because
It's in the sand.
Because if it doesn't get picked, I have something relatively specific, or I can get super specific. Sorry. Go ahead. What's your picks?
So I think that I am going to be drafting. I had a first pick, but I think I'm going to change my strategy on the fly here. I think I'm going to change my strategy on the fly, and I'm going to draft braziers.
Nobody
I have
knows
to
what
look
that
up the
is.
spelling. I have to
Nobody
look up the
knows what that
spelling.
is.
What?
Just
There
type
it
in
is.
brazers. Bracers?
Oh my
Braces.
gosh.
So far,
Brazier.
It's just bra.
Wait, you can't own all bras. Sorry. What?
Zers.
I said you could have sneakers.
What is that?
Bras. I'll just say bras. Is that
Yeah, why
easier
didn't
for
you just say that?
Okay.
Jesus.
What the heck? That I didn't know it went further than just bras.
It
Oh,
does.
yeah.
Nobody says that.
There's specific types of bras. There are braziers. I mean, it could be interchangeable, but yeah, there's so many. It's astounding how many there is.
I'm drafting bras.
You keep drafting like this, I'm gonna pick strawberry and blueberry.
I drafted
Okay.
one thing.
So is it my turn? Do I get to pick two?
Yes.
Because it's snake style? Okay. So my first pick. Now stick with me here. I have to be specific with this, or it doesn't make any sense. Multi-layer winter coats. There are
Okay.
winter coats that have several layers that you can peel off as things get warmer or
Yeah.
colder.
Oh,
that's a good
true.
pick.
I had
That's-
one of those.
So that's what
Back
I'm
in the
choosing
day.
for the first pick. The second thing I'm going to pick, this is where I push boundaries. Boots.
No, that's valid.
Okay,
That's
boots.
valid.
Have 'em.
Boots.
Now I can't say Tim's.
You got boots.
You're just going to choose all shoes.
No, I would never do that.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with leggings. Leggings.
My turn.
Yep. You get 2 picks.
Yeezys.
Choose all shoes.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that.
So half of your picks
Yeezys.
have been shoes.
What's your next one?
Crocs.
Okay. Crocs.
I wouldn't pick all shoes. What are you talking about?
Let's see. We got
Are we
Jordans,
figuring out who has
Yeezys,
the
and
best-
Crocs.
Wait, is our goal to figure out who has the best outfit?
It wasn't.
Well, it can be. And I think I'll win.
So far, it's just shoes.
One for each, appendage.
Um,
You have Crocs on your hands.
let's see.
And Crocs.
I'm gonna go
Could be Yeezys,
with.
you don't know.
I'm gonna go with sundresses.
I don't know what you're typing into because you're not typing into this anymore.
I'm typing
He is.
on Notion.
Oh, I guess my everything because my everything died. That's why. Okay,
What?
nothing. Don't worry about it.
Your everything died? That sounds really serious.
I'm sometimes a very hyperbolic person. Okay, just bear with me. Okay.
I'm not bearing anything,
Yeah. I know.
especially not children.
Anyway,
Gotcha.
is it my turn?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get to,
Do I
you
get
get to
2
pick
picks?
2.
You got
Yeah.
multi-layer winter coats. You got boots. How you rounding this thing out?
Okay. So I'm assuming I can't just say denim products.
No.
No.
Okay. Well, okay.
How
That's-
can you
that's
just
too
pick
wide of a
denim
net.
products?
You're
That not
getting too
only does that
close,
cover
okay.
like
All right.
that's a
calm down.
minus
Alright,
1.
alright.
That's a minus
You're
1.
getting
You lose
that.
boots. You lose
You're
boots
getting
for
in
that.
trouble for that one.
Okay. No, I don't
You lose
boots.
boots.
Fuck off.
You lose them.
All
No,
right, I
okay.
gotta put something in here now.
So
I gotta put something in here now to punish that one.
What does that mean?
look again. Okay. Quick update, listeners. The angry devil, purple devil emoji face has appeared on our draft documentation
You
here.
don't know what that means, but it's a bad thing.
I implied. Okay, so if I can't have denim products, I choose overalls.
Okay.
I
Just
knew you were going to choose that.
Generally,
I don't know how.
Very
Overalls.
predictable pick. Very predictable pick.
Thanks.
This guy's getting ready for the winner, I think.
No, I'm getting ready for everything all the time.
Overalls
That's-
is the least wintry item.
No, you got to wear them in the winter.
See, here's the thing. Overalls can also be Carhartt
Yeah.
overalls.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Just go
I'm
ahead and
thinking
take
of
gloves.
like Farmer Joe with the little like wheat hanging out of his teeth.
No, you're thinking
like,
of denim overalls. See, you
Yeah,
gotta
because
think
he said
wider.
denim. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to take gloves next.
No. My last pick. I'm trying to build the strongest, most versatile set of outfits I possibly can for any particular situation. Now, I'm not going to get a job wearing overalls, most likely, in the current fields that I work in, but
Well, you might, actually.
you're right, I might. But the point is, I need something to go under the overalls because chafage, I guess. So I'm going to choose base layers. Base layers, for anybody who doesn't know, are articles of clothing that you usually put on under the garments that you wear, like a long sleeve shirt or some warm pants. They're usually form fitting and insulative if it's cold, but breathable when it's hot. So, yeah.
You're explaining to the audience? You just like talking down to our audience, dude.
Coming from the person who literally didn't know what to do in this draft because you didn't know a lot about clothes, I am just...
What are you talking about? I have 3 really good articles of clothing right now.
Jordans, Yeezys, and Crocs. He's got all of those.
I've got all of those.
This is up for public voting on who has the best picks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, listen, I'm reaching out to all
based
of our
on
demographics.
Based on probable listeners, I'm still going to lose anyway.
I'm gonna wrap up my draft here. I've got bras, leggings, sundresses. One last piece to finish the fit here. We're going with flats, baby. We're going with flats. Going with flats. Oh yeah. All right.
I feel like the clown just Googled designer shoes.
I wouldn't do something like that. I wouldn't do that. Why would you think I would do that? That's
because
so
you
mean
would.
to me.
Because you would.
That's so evil, actually.
Okay, what's your last pick? Tell us what your last pick is.
Nike shoes. Nike sneakers.
Okay.
Wait, no. Jordans are Nike.
Covered,
redundant
Jordans aren't covered under
it's
the
fine.
Nike shoes.
So are Yeezys.
They're different.
No, yeah. Yeezys. Yeah, but it's different. Like
it is different.
When I say Nike shoes, like I'm thinking like
you got like your joggers, you got your basketball shooters, you got your
different.
You
got your generic Nikes, and then you got like your Jordans and your Yeezys.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sure.
But I just took over the shoe market, so I'm a rich man now.
No, you didn't get the flats
or the boots.
Well, yeah, I was gonna go Tim's. I was gonna go Tim's.
Yeah. Do you know how huge the boot market is?
Listen, that's not the demographic I was trying to hit.
And you're definitely not living, laughing, or loving.
But you know what I am doing?
I'm surviving.
I'm walking on my hands and feet.
Your hands and feet?
Hands and feet, yeah. I got one shoe per limb.
It's going to be really uncomfortable.
It's going to be good.
It's
going to be a good time.
A Jordan and a Yeezy on either hand and a Croc and some Nike.
Well, I'm actually thinking, like, for balance, we got to do, like, a Jordan and a Nike on the feet. That's probably more important than the hand. We're going to do Yeezy
you got to go Yeezy Croc on the hands.
Yeah, you got to go Yeezy Croc on the hands.
The Yeezy on the dominant hand, the Croc on the soft hand.
You know what you could do is you could just glue a bunch of Crocs together and make like a protective suit of Crocs. So if you fall down, you're okay.
Yeah, but
you can make like a Croc whip.
Then I'm wearing trash.
You can
that's
make
not
a
what I want
Croc
to do.
whip. Then you take those two words, you put them together, and you make a really fun gang slur. All right, everybody, that's about all the time we have for today.
What?
This was
What's the slur?
This was the Humor Highwire.
What's the slur?
You got the
There's
Bloods
no
and
slur.
the Crips.
What?
Because it's a Croc whip.
Okay,
What?
with that, I hope you guys
don't get it.
Enjoyed everything that we had to offer. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.